Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, today, what happened today? I worked at home today, so it was a fairly kind of worky at homey kind of day. Working at home, it takes work. You have to discipline yourself to actually do the work, and there is a temptation. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There is a small temptation to not want to do work, especially when there's Netflix and there's food and there's all this stuff. But working at home is very nice because it does give you the opportunity to do all the errands that you can't do during the week when you're at work. That being said, I did get a whole lot of work done today, so I'm quite happy that productivity was up. John would be happy to see that productivity was up today. There's some really interesting news, and I don't know, this is not going to be interesting to a whole lot of you, but it's real interesting to me. Now, I'm going to talk about this guy named Ron Gilbert. He's a name that you might not know, but if you have played any adventure games growing up, there's a chance you might have heard his name. He made games like Maniac Mansion, Monkey Island 1 and 2, Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders. I mean, if these are video games that you grew up playing, then this is the guy who is the godfather of adventure games. Now, what are adventure games? Well, back in the day, there was this sort of interface-based video game sort of phenomenon that was basically, you would go around trying to solve puzzles. It wasn't to do with reflexes, it was to do with solving puzzles, and it was really kind of fun. For people like me, who wasn't very good at the reflexes, it was kind of fun to solve the ridiculous puzzles in these games. But unfortunately, as games evolved, first-person shooter games came along, a lot of these games kind of disappeared, and unfortunately, one of my favorite genres of video games unfortunately disappeared because, well, who wants to play a click-and-point video game when you can play a shooting kind of video game instead? But Ron Gilbert has been really quiet the last, I don't know, decade or so, but he's suddenly come back on the scene, and he's making a new game.
The plan was to ditch Reyes, and I hoped it would be that simple. I didn't want to think about what would happen if it got complex. I didn't need someone poking around. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong with this town.
So Ron Gilbert is producing a new adventure game called Thimbleweed Park. You don't understand. These sort of games are the kind of games that I grew up playing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on a new Ron Gilbert point-and-click adventure game. Point-and-click adventure games were my childhood. I would spend hours, days, months playing these games all summer long. In the holidays, I could not wait to get my hands on an adventure game, especially if one came out. They were as much a part of my childhood as Disney movies were. That's how influential these games were in my life. But yeah, guys, do you share my enthusiasm about this game? Are you guys excited about retro games coming back into the forefront? Were there any games that you kind of missed growing up? Look, let me know in the comments below, was there anything that you wish would come back? And I completely forgot to record the outro for this, so thanks for listening guys, and I'll see you next time.